I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up, peoples? How you doing? It is a great day. And let me tell you something. Getting healthy is on the menu for today's show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. So you can follow us anywhere. Whatever. Okay. Let's just get past that, because to me, getting healthy, staying healthy on the cellular level is where it is at. And you guys know I have been going up and down with high blood pressure and low blood pressure and anemia and being fat and skinny and all kinds of different things. But let's get the core thing going right now. In order to get yourself, how would I say, better or healthier, you have to begin with the inside. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. I want to welcome my guests to the show. Thank you guys so much for coming on. Please tell everybody who you are and what you do, please.
Well, I'm John Jubilee, and this is my beautiful wife, Chelsea Jubilee.
Hello.
And we have been helping people for a long time, Yaya, and we're excited. We're excited to hear your journey of what you've been through, because we've got some real answers for people. And all of our answers came through our own pain, by the way. And of course, that seems to be the best way. If we have our own real pain and our own real struggle, then we know what we're talking about, because we've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, got the coffee mug, got the hat, we got all that going on. And that's really our story. So we have a website that, people they can research on it. It's Energized Health. So that's the name of our protocol. But really, here's what we have that's different for people is Inter-Cellular Hydration. So I'm like you, Yaya. I'm really a simplifier. I like to break stuff down and keep it simple, keep it real for people. So I'm going to tell you right now, if everybody could if you could see the cells in your body, they kind of look like a little glass flat marble. That's really a glass marble that's flattened. So your cells, that's really what they look like. And by the way, you have several trillion cells in your body. Well, when they're a flat glass marble like that, what happens is there's a few negative things that get trapped in there. So waste products get trapped in there, toxins get trapped in there, and inflammation gets trapped in there. So what's really frustrating is all of us have been told drink more water, right? Everybody's been drinking more water. I meet people, they drink like a camel. They're drinking 3-4 gallons a day.
Oh gosh, no.
And yeah, I just met a world-class professional athlete, and they said, John, there's no way I'm dehydrated. I'm drinking 3 or 4 gallons a day of Kangen water. And I told them, we were kind of at this red carpet event thing. And I said, listen, I'm telling you, I said, I'll bet you $1 million you're dehydrated. They said, what? I said, I'll bet you $1 million you are dehydrated. And they said, well, I won't bet you, but I'll let you measure it. So I measured their hydration. They're completely dehydrated, drinking 3 to 4 gallons a day of Kangen water, because I knew this is what their cells look like. Now, what their cells should look like is this. It should be like a nice big round sponge, because a sponge, as you know, the hydration can get in, right, and the toxins and waste can get out. And this, Yaya, is what we're able to share with the world. We own the only patent pending science in the world of how to make your cells like this. And when this happens, everything changes. And you say, John, you sound pretty confident about what you're saying. Well, you better believe it. In 1997, so don't pull out your calculator, I'll do the math for you. 25 years ago, 25 years ago, yeah, I look like I swallowed a truck tire.
Oh, goodness.
I had high blood pressure, hypertension. I was bone on bone in my knees. Can anybody say Mr. Rice Krispies? Yeah, because when I walked down a hallway, snap, crackle, pop, snap, crackle, pop. And I'd broken my shoulder a couple times playing football. And I mean, I was just jacked up as a lot of us are as we go through life. And I probably looked 20 years older than I really was, because when we're unhealthy, it affects us at the cellular level. It affects every organ in our body. And guess what the biggest organ in our whole body is?
Skin. Your
skin. Your skin is your biggest organ. So when we're unhealthy, oh my goodness, we all go from grapes to raisins. We go, that's the only difference between a raisin and a grape, right? Is hydration. So when we lose our hydration out of our cells, people wonder, oh, what's going on with my skin? It's because we're unhealthy. Our organs aren't doing what they're supposed to do, including our skin, which it's a myth that you have to get old and wrinkly. That's not true.
It isn't true.
No, it's like, no, you're supposed to get old and smarter and sharper. People don't lose their mind when they get older. They just get dehydrated. And if they lose just 10% of their hydration in their brain, they lose half of their neurotransmitters and brain synapses. Half gone. So your mind never ages. Your mind never ages. But if you get dehydrated, half of the lights go off.
Oh my gosh.
So people are in the dark. And so that's where Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, all of those root cause is dehydration of the cells at the cellular level.
Okay, so let's go back, because that takes a lot. I mean, you just told me that what you have is something to help the cell actually nourish itself with hydration. So literally that means there's a lot of different chemical components that you actually have to combine to get this to actually work. How did you do that?
Well, put on your seatbelt. Put on your seatbelt, because this is going to be a little shocking to you. So listen, I just tell people the truth. I'm a pure scientist. Yeah, I'm a pure scientist. I don't care what the truth is. I just want to know what it is, and I want to share truth with people.
Right.
So I just tell people the truth. And my science is indisputable, undeniable. I have a 25-year track record. Some weeks I have 5 or 6 doctors a week signing up for my protocol of Inter-Cellular Hydration. And guess what they say? John, this is what we should have learned in med school. This goes to the root cause of illness and disease and reverses it. And why do they say that? Because some of those doctors had irreversible health conditions, failed livers, failed kidneys, heart disease that they thought would never reverse, and it is documented. And I tell people, be a beautiful, beloved skeptic. Go right ahead. Be as skeptical as you want to be.
Right.
But
it doesn't matter.
Testimonies are indisputable. They're undeniable. When a doctor looks you in the face and said, I had irreversible kidney failure and it reversed, and I can't even explain it medically, but it's a fact. When I have thousands of people, they reverse their diabetes, they reverse their high blood pressure, diverticulitis, autoimmune disorders, Meniere's disease, vertigo, you name it. I've seen it reversed. But here's how it all came about.
Okay.
I was in my own pain. And I was very financially prospered. But we've all learned something from Mr. Steve Jobs. If he didn't teach the world this, people missed the biggest lesson he taught before he died, at about 52 years old. You can't buy your health.
Right.
Your health is priceless. That man had 10.5 billion with a B dollars in the bank, and he died without even getting half of his life in. And he was a skinny guy, by the way, which means you can be skinny and unhealthy too. So don't think just because you're skinny, you're healthy. Steve Jobs was really skinny and dead at 52. So let's learn the lesson. Your health, you can't buy it. So yeah, when I was 35 years old, I had 220 bank branches I was in charge of. I was very blessed financially, but I was bone on bone in my knees. I had high blood pressure. I looked like I swallowed the truck tire.
Okay, so wait, bone on bone. So no cartilage.
No cartilage.
Okay.
You're supposed to have 5 millimeters of cartilage between all your joints.
Right.
5, 0, 0. I mean, you could hear me walk into a room. That's not supposed to happen.
Oh, no.
You should not hear people walking down a hallway.
No.
And anybody that's out there listening knows. And when you're bone on bone, that hurts. It hurts. It hurts to walk. People that are bone on bone like I was, you look and you see inclines. You see stairs like ouch, 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 ouch. Like you see the pain.
Even runner's knee or torn meniscuses, all of that. You're talking like any kind of knee injury. Oh, okay.
Any kind of injury like that.
Okay.
No, listen, you could call an orthopedic surgeon and say, can I rebuild my cartilage? And they will say, no, you cannot.
Right.
That's what they tell people. They tell people, no, you cannot. Well, guess what I will tell people? Well, I did. I did.
Okay, keep going, because we gotta get past this, because I'm already ticking in my head. Go.
I have thousands of documented cases of other people. They rebuilt their cartilage in their shoulders, their elbows, their hips, their knees, their ankles. Things they were told were absolutely medically impossible. They reversed it. And I'm a walking, living testimony. But I spent a fortune for 10 years trying to get healthy. And I did every diet out there. So look, I confess, me too. Me too. You guys that are saying I tried everything, hey, guess what? Me too. And I don't mind telling people this, and it makes me a little bit emotional to say this. I was so desperate. I would have bought anything. I really would have. And I did, by the way. And people say, I can't believe people buy that stuff. Well, they just don't understand. When you're in that dark place and you can't find an answer, you will buy it, because you'll buy the false hope. Because I bought the false hope because I was so desperate. So I understand why people try every diet, every supplement, every medical weight loss, every medical procedure. I did that for 10 years. And finally, I was so desperate and in so much pain. You know what I did? I prayed and fasted. And I prayed to God and I said, God, please help me. Help me. And look, we've all seen The Matrix, right? Where they plug the thing in Neo's head and he learns how to do jujitsu.
I would love that.
You know what? God plugged the thing in my head.
Oh my gosh.
And he gave me a download of Inter-Cellular Hydration. I was a banker. I had 220 bank branches. I was rocking the world in the banking world. And I get this download of Inter-Cellular Hydration. Nobody ever even heard of Inter-Cellular Hydration. I never heard of Inter-Cellular Hydration. But I got this protocol of 3 simple things to do for 14 days, 3 simple things to do for 18 days in a very specific scientific sequence. So I just did it with childlike faith. And the next thing I know, I thought, oh my word, wait a minute. Now my physical appearance, everyone could see that. Like all my fat went away. And I wasn't even dieting, by the way. Wasn't even dieting. I was focusing only on the intercellular hydration. But all my fat just like melted off. Like I went and had serious liposuction. I
need that. Hello. I'm so sorry, everybody. We're leaving now. Okay, bye. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that a lot of people need that.
No, look, this is 5 pounds. That's just 5 pounds of fat. And literally every woman that does this loses one of these every week.
I need it.
Hey, look, men lose twice that much. Don't be haters, girls.
I was going to say.
Don't be haters, girls. The boys just lose it faster. But everybody, you can't help it. When you get healthy at the cellular level, it resets your hypothalamus and your metabolism back like when you were a teenage kid. And you can eat everything in moderation, because I teach people God gave you taste buds because food tastes good. That'd be mean if God gave you taste buds and you couldn't eat good food. So you know what? And Yaya, you'll get a kick out of this one. Look, we are fully ethnically diverse, my wife and I. You know what? We both played on all black sports teams, pretty much. I adopted 2 black sons, by the way, call them my rainbow boys. I got one black as coal, a brown one, and a white one, so I call them my rainbow boys because they're black, brown, and white.
Oh.
But I'm going to tell you, when I was playing football with my guys, guess what? We loved fried chicken, and and I love fried chicken today.
And me too.
We ate fried chicken every Sunday.
I can't eat it though. I can't have fried chicken. You're gonna have to help a sister out now. Okay, hello.
Well, you can't eat it.
Go. Tell me more.
No, you can't eat it. So after I did this, you can imagine now, I always coached football. That was my give back in my community. I lived in Tennessee. And so I coached high school football, high school basketball at a 6A school. And I'm telling you though, people were just coming to me, John, oh my gosh, what happened to you? What happened to you? And I said, well, let me help you. Let me help you. So I started helping people. Well, next thing you know, Yaya, I couldn't even go to work anymore. Now, thankfully, I had a big staff, right? Mm-hmm. But I basically, just imagine, I woke up, my first 30 minutes, I kind of got all my staff directed. And then I spent the next 10 hours just helping people get healthy every day.
Wow.
So that happened for a week, and then a month, and then 6 months, and then a year, and then 2 years, and then 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. 10 years. I was helping people for 10 hours a day for free. But here's what happened. Mm-hmm. People started asking me. They came to me and they said, John, my diabetes is gone. How'd that happen? John, my diverticulitis is gone. How'd that happen? Then I actually had to go to work. I had to figure out. I had to reverse engineer the science. How did that happen?
Yeah.
How are these people reversing all these illnesses and diseases? The next thing you know, Yaya, I got people flying from all over the country and some people from across the world. And they're like, Mr. Jubilee, will it help with this? Will it help with that? Will it help with this? Will it help with that? And you know what I'd say? I don't know. Let's see. Because I did not want to give someone false hope.
Right.
I was 99.9% sure it would, but I would not say that to them. I would say, I don't know. Let's see. But after 10 years, I realized, oh my word, it really does help every person every time. I realized 4 things happened to every single person every single time. They all gain their intercellular hydration. And I measure it, by the way. I've been measuring it for 25 years. And 99.9% of people, their doctor has never measured their intercellular hydration.
No, didn't even know what that was.
No, they don't even know. And it's the #1 health marker of the human body. The #1. It's like not checking the water or oil in your car. Nobody would drive a car that they didn't know if they had good oil or good water. Nobody would do that. But we're going around as humans not measuring it. But everyone gains their intercellular hydration. Everyone gains lean muscle. At any age. I got people in their 90s.
I was getting ready to say at any age. I was going to ask you that because, there's a lot of people out there that think that this is the boat has sailed. Okay. It's gone. It's gone. Especially women, menopausal women. Does that help with them too? Because come on now, you get menopause and the next thing you know, you get that mid-edge, that spread just goes. It's like, where did that come from?
Yeah, no, I'm glad you brought that up. So I actually was invited into a medical study of menopausal women. And I was given 130 patients, 130 women. They all came in. They just looked like the same person. Every one of them, they gained weight they never had before. They couldn't lose the fat that they gained. They all had sleep issues. They all had sex drive issues. They all had energy issues. And now the women didn't say this, but the husbands all said, John, I really believe my wife was abducted by aliens and this woman replaced her. I don't know who this woman is that's in my house right now.
I swear my husband said that already.
And I said,
especially perimenopause.
I said, let's see if we can get her back. Let's see if we can get her back. But here's the good news I can tell you. I had 130 out of 130 women completely balance their hormones, lose all their fat, sleep like a baby, get a sex drive like they had back in their 20s. And all of their husbands were calling me on my cell phone going, hey, dude, I will send you $100,000. I got a woman running around my house I haven't seen for 20 years.
I tell you what. Oh my gosh. Oh yes. Okay. Okay. Wait, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. Give me a second. Give me a second to process all this. Okay. So wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. You can lose all the stubborn fat.
Yes. 100%.
Okay. Balance your hormones without hormone therapy.
Absolutely. All natural.
Okay. Gain lean muscle, men and women, of course, because women, I mean, you know, we need lean muscle too. So muscle, right? Get your wife back. Okay. That's a plus. Because I mean, you know, women, they go through that change of life and it's like, you don't even feel you're attractive anymore. So why try to be attractive? Let's just wear a tent all day long. I mean, literally. Okay. And then you can be sexy again and feel sexy again.
Yeah, we like to call it get your queen back.
Oh, like that.
Yeah, get your queen
Get
back.
your queen back. What?
Get your queen
yeah.
back. Yeah, we have, so our average age, especially the women that come in, are over 55. So it's something we deal with all the time. And, you know, just an example, we had a woman named Lori. And thankfully she lived in California, so she was near us, and she drove to us. And, you know, she had tried everything. I mean, this woman has spent so much money, so much time. She was like literally down to a diet of like 3 vegetables, like peas, carrots, broccoli. Like that's all she was eating. She was drinking gallons of water a day, walking, exercising. I mean, this poor woman, she had been through it all. And she was sitting on our couch, just tears pouring down her face. You know, she just was at her wit's end. She was completely out of hope. And having no relations with her husband. Yeah.
Crying when she got out of the shower because she was devastated by how she looked.
And she really, you know, she didn't have what I would say a ton of weight to lose. You know, she was just down to that stubborn fat. And when I mean that, I mean, sometimes we get patients that come in that have like 100+ pounds to lose. They're really overweight, but she was probably like, 60. She needed to lose about 50 to 60 pounds. And a lot of it was visceral fat. So that's the biggest difference too, that people don't know. It's like, oh, I have fat, but what type of fat is it?
Right.
See, that's what we measure. We measure out your visceral fat, which is your stubborn, really stubborn fat, which surrounds your organs. It's the most dangerous type of fat in your body. And it's a killer fat. And then you have the subcutaneous fat, which is that jiggly, you know, ugly stuff that's also can be stubborn to get rid of depending on where it's at in your body. So this woman literally just was like, I'm willing to try anything. So we said, okay, great. So we were excited because we knew what was going to happen, because literally we have not had one client that this has not worked for. Wow. And so it was so exciting because, you know, she did that first 14-day foundation phase. And then the protocol we teach is 88 days. So it's an 88-day transformation. And after that 88 days, this woman, I mean, you would not even recognize her.
Wow.
She looked like, I would literally say, I would venture to say she looked like a beauty queen. I mean, she looked phenomenal.
She lost 13 of these in 88 days, 13 of these fat blobs. She lost 67 pounds of fat.
Now this is the biggest question, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but I know this is going through my listeners' minds right now. Loose skin. What about that?
Great question. So let me ask you a question, and I'm going to ask all your listeners a question. What is the difference between a raisin and a grape?
Okay, I understand. No loose skin.
There's no loose skin because a grape has hydration. A raisin is dehydrated. All of these false hope diets make you lose 20 pounds of water. They turn you into a wrinkly raisin. It's a scam. It's a raisin scam.
And that's why, especially for women, because women tend to, you know, I would say women tend to care more about their skin and hair and things like that. It's really important because if you notice, most people that go on diets and lose weight, they actually look older.
Yeah.
They really do. And that's why. It's because they shrivel up, literally. And that's why they look like they have more wrinkles. And so it's so funny. We get women all the time. Now, mind you, when we teach what we teach, the fat loss is only a side effect. Okay. Because we want to get the cells healthy, which for her, that meant I want to get my sex drive back. I want my hormones balanced. I want my relationship back with my husband. I want to be joyful. I don't want all the mood, crazy things going on with up and down, up and down. And then the sleep was a really big issue for her as well. So all those things got reversed for her. She was sleeping like a baby. And her husband even thanked John and I and just said, I can't believe she was wearing a dress from like 20 some years prior.
From 30 years ago in Hawaii. He literally pointed at his wife. He pulled us aside and he invited us to this kind of special event. And he pulled us aside and he pointed at her and he said, you see that dress she's wearing? She wore that 30 years ago in Hawaii. He said, I never thought I'd see her in that dress again, but with tears in his eyes, he said, but can I tell you something? As thrilled as I am, because by the way, they were having great sex again. He said, as thrilled as I am about all the physicality that's going on in my house now, he said, you know what I'm most thrilled about? My wife is herself again. She has her joy, her feisty personality, her pep in her step. He goes, I haven't seen that woman in 30 years that I'm living with right now.
Wow.
But she lost 67 pounds of fat, not one drop of water, not one drop of water, and not 1 ounce of muscle. She gained lean muscle. She gained healthy hydration. She only lost her fat.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Okay, guys, wait, hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, so listen, this is the deal. People want to lose weight either after babies, through cancer. They want to get healthy. They want to hydrate again because they had chemo. There's just so many different points in people's lives where this is going to fit in perfectly. What do you say? What are the main factors of maybe after chemo? Maybe you should wait and then do it. Can you do it during chemo? Can you do it during pregnancy? Can you do it during the perimenopause, menopause? I mean, what do you say about these situations?
No, great question. The great news is because this is 100% all natural. You could do this before a surgery. You can do it after a surgery. You can do it before, during, or after pregnancy. You can do it before, during, or after chemo. All of the above.
Children can do it.
Children can do it. You don't have one negative thing. And by the way, we have all of those cases. We have clients, they were already scheduled for a surgery, but they went ahead and did it. And their doctor said, you healed 5 times faster than any patient that I've ever seen in my life. So it will absolutely help with anything. And for people that are struggling with cancer, I just need to say it this way. And you understand, we're medically approved, so we're not allowed to make a claim.
Right.
But I like to say, they say, but you can go look at, tens of thousands of documented testimonies, including, when I say doctors, I'm not just talking about, your doctor down the street. I've got #1 Harvard, #1 MIT doctors that are my client, become my dear friends. And they say, John, oh my word, everyone in the world needs to do this program. Even if they think they're healthy, they still don't have healthy cells. And all cancer is a mutated, unhealthy cell. That's all cancer is. So as your cells get healthy, your cells are designed. When you super boost your immune system, even if you have cancer cells, your body's designed to naturally fight those things off. And I'll just say it this way. People can go look at energizehealth.com. You can look at all these testimonies, but the best ones aren't even on there. The best ones aren't even on there because every day of our life, we hear it's too good to be true. It's too good to be true. It's too good to be true. And we tell people, we know it's too good to be true, but it is. That's why we 100% guarantee it for people, because we know it sounds too good to be true.
Right.
But they learn once they become part of our community, they actually realize not only is it true, but even the best testimonies are not even out there for the public to see.
Wow. 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 You guys have touched on so many different things and so many different wonderful things and issues that most people are dealing with. A lot of people are dealing with. Even skinny people who want to put on lean muscle can do this as well.
Oh, you know what? About 1 out of 5 of our clients need to gain healthy weight.
Right.
So a lot of people don't realize, because their cells are unhealthy and they're dehydrated. Yeah, they're skinny, but they need lean muscle. They need the intercellular hydration. And absolutely, they will actually get to what we call your true genetic blueprint. We all have a true healthy shape and size we're designed to be, but none of us have been doing the right thing. We actually all done the same wrong things. We've all done low carb, no sugar,
Low sodium.
Yeah. And I'll tell you a funny story. I was speaking at a conference in Dallas a few weeks ago, and a guy walks up to me, goes, "Man, you look amazing." He goes, you must be a vegetarian. And I said, "Well, let me ask you a question. Is carrot cake a vegetable?" Because that's the closest I'm getting to a vegetarian.
My daughter loves carrot cake. Oh my gosh, yes.
But you can eat everything in moderation and be your true shape and size. I haven't had a medical doctor visit in 25 years.
Wow.
People meet me in person, and Chelsea will tell you this is true. I literally carry just my driver's license in my pocket when we speak at conferences, because I have to pull out my driver's license for the other reason, because people don't believe how old I am. They meet me in person, they think I'm 35. They see me on video, they think I'm 40. I don't know, I look a little older on video. I'm 62 years old this year. Yeah.
Where?
Right?
Oh my gosh.
Fountain of Youth.
You look amazing.
I tell people, if you do our protocol, be ready to be falsely accused of plastic surgery.
So literally, I'm 49. I'll be 50 this year. I think I got the black thing going for me, because I don't, it takes a long time for us because of the melanin. I'm darker. So but at the same time, I know that hydration is wonderful. But again, I don't drink 3 gallons of water a day, but
should you? It's not even healthy to drink 3 gallons.
I don't think it is. Can't you get waterlogged from that? I mean, can't you put too much into your body that you actually dilute your electrolytes and your system can go bad?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's actually the breakthrough science of what we teach, because most people, what they're doing is they're carrying around extracellular water. And that's the water that's outside your cells. And that definitely is going to waterlog you. And if you're carrying around a lot of inflammation, which tons of people come into our protocol because of pain. So pain, I mean, I don't think we've had very many clients at all that don't have pain somewhere. Okay. So pain is not fun to deal with daily, but to answer your question, absolutely. So what we do is we really kind of transfer the water. So we help the cell facilitate the exchange of that water. So the cell is so hard right now, like a marble. And that's what John was explaining earlier, that water can't penetrate the cellular membrane. So as we make it porous like a sponge, it starts to let all the yucky stuff out of the cell, and that good hydration, as well as nutrition, by the way. So all the food people are eating, most of those nutrients aren't being absorbed into the cells. So that's the other thing we help do as well. And that's why so many women, especially, is, because they care more about it. They're like, I can't believe how phenomenal I look. I mean, their hair is thicker, more full. Their skin is just beautiful. What we call the Jubilee glow. It is beautiful. No wrinkles. I mean, it's amazing. And the energy level of our clients, the energy levels just go through the roof.
You just hit it all over me. I'm just feeling it all over. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm 49. People already ask me, can I see your ID? You must be sisters, because I have my daughter. We go out all the time. That's your sister? I'm like, no, that's my daughter. My son's 30 years old. He looks older than me. And I'm like, baby, what's going on with you? Because you what you eating? Because literally it's like, you look like my oldest brother or something. I mean, but the biggest thing I'm seeing is that I can look 29.
Yeah, you can.
I already look 30 something, maybe late 30s, early 40s, maybe. But I can look younger. What? Hold me back, somebody. You know, be able to talk to me. I'm too good for everything. I'm just kidding, but you know what I mean. It's like you get that, like you said, that Jubilee glow. But not only that, back in the day when you were sexy, when you used to wear those half shirts and, you know, the big old pants back in the 80s. I love those pants, okay? And you just walk down the street, you had your hair, it's just all big and stuff. I want that. I want to feel sexy. I want my husband to look at me and go, baby, oh my gosh, baby. That. And you're telling me that I can get that back? Okay, somebody needs to explain some more about what's going on, how I can get it and where it is.
Well, absolutely. So look, we make this real simple for people. And by the way, everything you said, amen. And you get to be super healthy on the inside. You get to be super healthy. Well, you don't ever need to go to the doctor. You don't have to get sick. You don't have to worry about COVID. You know what? Your body will just, any virus that tries to attack you, you know what? Your little Terminator cells will just go terminate that virus. You don't have to worry about that. You can be totally safe, and you can get off of those medications and be at your full strength and full vitality. And look, I'm thrilled to tell you, for fun, I like to go to a football stadium and run to the top and run to the bottom for an hour. Don't tell me I didn't rebuild my cartilage. Yeah. Don't tell me I didn't rebuild my cartilage. I got news for you. I definitely rebuilt that cartilage.
I need to know where and how. And is this going to be something that people can maintain? The biggest thing is, you know about these diets, they're up and they're down, and you can't eat that. You got to eat this. You can't do that. And then all of a sudden bread comes into the house and it's over. You've fallen off the bandwagon. You've had bread and butter for the last 2 days. Come on now. All right. You buttered yourself and bred yourself like a turkey. Okay. It's
okay.
Just
oh,
over.
Look, now you just hit one of my hot buttons, Yaya. Let's talk about bread for a minute. For a minute. I'm just going to be an ambassador for a moment of the kingdom. And I just want to tell everybody that's listening, Jesus hates the keto diet. Jesus hates the keto diet. Jesus is the bread of life. Great bread. He is the bread of life. They said, Lord, teach us to pray. He said, give us this day our daily bread. Daily bread. Jesus is all about bread. He served 3 meals in the Bible, and he served bread every time. So I'm going to tell you, people that say don't eat bread, you don't even like Jesus, because Jesus is the bread. He was born in Bethlehem. That word means house of God's bread. House of God's bread. So I'm going to tell you something. You can eat bread. Absolutely. You know what? God made you to eat everything in moderation. Anybody can do some crazy restrictive cabbage soup diet for a minute, but nobody can sustain that. No. So I'm here to tell you, 25 years ago, I did this. 25 years later, you know what? I'm lean, I'm healthy, I'm fit, I'm youthful, I'm energetic, and people can be too. But if you want to have what I have, you got to do what I do.
That's right.
And I teach people, and Chelsea and I teach people, look, it's so simple. You just got to take a first step. So here's all they need to do is go on this website. It's energizedhealth.com. And by the way, if you type in johnjubilee.com, and it's John, because my mom didn't knock the H out of me, Yaya. It's johnjubilee.com. And look, watch this video of Chelsea and I. We walk people through 5 steps, and then look at these videos of real testimonies of real people. And I encourage people to be skeptical, because in the health and wellness industry, it is built on selling false hope.
It is.
It's built on it.
Definitely.
And we buy it because we're so desperate. So it's okay to be skeptical, because I'm going to tell you right now, I will promise you in writing, if your word is true, you put it in writing. And I promise every person in writing, because after those first 10 years, when I was helping all those people, and they were asking me, will it help me? And I used to say, I don't know, let's see. After 10 years, you know what I learned? Everyone, wasn't just me. I realized it wasn't just me, everyone. They've been lied to, they've been scammed, they've been ripped off, they've been sold false hope. And that's when I decided I'm going to put 4 promises in writing for every person. You'll gain your hydration. You'll gain your lean muscle. You'll lose your subcutaneous and visceral fat, and you will reverse any stated health or medical condition, period. And if those 4 things happen, is it worth it?
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, we'll refund your money in 10 minutes. And I used to tell people I'd refund your money in 1 minute. But one day someone from my accounting department said, Mr. Jubilee, if somebody ever actually asks for a refund, it will take us 10 minutes. I said, okay, I'll change it to 10. But Yaya, take a guess. For 25 years, we're medically approved, HIPAA compliant. We have to keep records like a medical hospital. Take a guess what our success rate is.
What?
99.3%.
That is amazing.
And guess why the 0.07% fail?
I was going to ask you that.
Guess why?
Why?
Take a guess. Why do you think
They didn't do
fail?
it. They
They
didn't
just
do it.
didn't do it.
Yeah.
They didn't do it. They're sweet,
figured.
lazy slugs. Nobody can help a sweet, lazy slug. They won't do anything for themselves. But if people do it, they're going to succeed. They really are. And I believe in divine connections. I believe the fact that we got connected, we're going to help so many people together. And I'm going to tell you something right now that's going to happen to you. There's a really famous guy. He's on a couple hundred radio stations. He reached out to me and he said, John, he had us on his show. He said, I have never in 25 years of being in television and radio had the experience. Once I had you on, he said, I must get 10 to 20 emails. I don't know if he said a week or a month of people saying, thank you. They're thanking you, not us. They're thanking you. They say, thank you that my diabetes is gone. My diverticulitis is gone. My autoimmune is gone. My back problems are gone. I rebuilt my cartilage like John Jubilee did. They're thanking him because he made that connection for them.
Wow.
So
well, this is amazing.
Yeah. And another, I feel another thing that's really important for your audience to know is, we've been doing this so long that we know what it takes for people to be successful. And we also know what it takes to really heal the cell. So we focus on cellular health. Okay. That is not just physical.
Right.
So a lot of people have a lot of trauma from their past. They have horrible things that have happened to them. They have unforgiveness in their hearts. All that harbors in your cell.
It does.
So our protocol is all inclusive. We really help to reverse mind, body, spirit. That's our teaching. So every day we show up in your phone or on your computer, whatever you're on, and we got about a 10-minute video. And that's really the mindset and training of like how to not only teach you to be the best in your mind, body, and spirit, but that's the science. So we're teaching it all in each one of those videos. So then they also get a personal coach. I mean, there's so much that's included in this, but we just know what it takes for people to be successful. And that is exactly why what we teach is sustainable. So our protocol is for a lifetime. So that's what people are joining in our community. We really call it a family. It's a lifetime. We're there for you for a lifetime.
Yeah. And since Chelsea hit on that, we're just going to get real and talk family for a minute. Can we?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Go right ahead.
Yeah. So look, I just want to let everybody know, when you see people, we all make judgments, all that, maybe that guy was born wealthy or that person, went this or that. So I'm just going to tell you the real deal. I was born to a single mom in the inner city of the Bottoms. It's called the Bottoms of Columbus, Ohio. They call it the Bottoms because the project is here and the Bottoms is here. Like the rich kids lived in the projects. So I had a single mom, teenage mom. And, she jumped off of an abortion table at the last minute. She thought she's at a doctor's appointment. That's the only reason I'm alive today. My mom courageously jumped off, and that's how she became a single mom. Because my dad didn't want two kids from a teenage mom. So he was out of the picture. But I grew up in that inner city, started working, delivering papers at 4 a.m. when I was 9 years old. Growing up in the streets, I had 20 life and death experiences, many murder attempts on my life. My friends were murdered. My cousins were murdered. Both of my brothers were murdered. I mean, I grew up hard. I grew up hard. So life is not about, I didn't have an easy life. I was working full time as a teenager. I worked 10 at night till 6 in the morning in an iron mill. It's a very difficult job. You're breathing in black soot. And I came home, took a shower, ate my Cheerios, and went to high school. So I had a tough, I had a tough life. But part of what we teach people is, because we both have had, Chelsea had a lot of trauma in her life, and she had a lot of abuse and a lot of trauma, and we've lived it. So we teach people, look, that's trapped in your cells, but here's how you release it. Here's how you get it out, because we really lived it. So we truly teach, here's how you transform your mind, your body, your spirit, all inclusive.
I love talking about things like this, because see, you have people don't realize that stress is something you can't really release unless you purposefully do it. You have to do something to release it. It accumulates over time, just stacks one on top of the other, and it just keeps layering itself. So you have to purposely do it. You have to be healthy. You have to do it. And at any moment in time, this can come back and haunt you. And that's something you really, truly need to get rid of. So this is going to, being healthy, getting those hydration cells, getting those hydrated, getting your body healthy, getting rid of diabetes. I did that. I got rid of diabetes. I got rid of high blood pressure. I'm working on my torn meniscus. You know what I mean? So these are different things that we're going to have to deal with. And your program can be like the one that could help us do that all.
No, it really can. And I want to encourage people that you mentioned that when people have extended periods of stress, that's where, your cell's supposed to be like this, but through stress, it becomes that glass marble. It's like your cell gets infused with super glue and just becomes hard as a rock. And that's why you're trapped and you can't lose your fat and you can't get your joy back and your hormones won't balance. But part of this scientific sequence we walk people through, but it is the combination. These daily videos, we just rip open our heart and we share from real experience. Anyone can share information, but only someone that's been through it can give impartation. That's life-changing.
Yeah.
And we have impartation because we've lived it. And so we can share it with people of, the most dramatic, traumatic things and stressful things of sharing. And here's how you can get free from it. And here's how you can overcome it and stay on top of it for the rest of your life. I'm a 25-year walking billboard of, hey, I've had a hard life, lots and lots of challenges. And and by the way, I adopted my 2 Black sons in the South. And I had a little bit of pushback,
I
had a little bit of pushback there.
Yeah.
So, I had all these different stages of my life with a lot of challenges and a lot of, things going on, but I'm sharing that because to give people hope. It doesn't matter what challenges you've had. I'm telling you, you can overcome, you can be your absolute best in your mind and your body and your spirit. But you have to learn the steps, and we all need a coach. Even Michael Jordan had a coach. He had a coach.
Yeah, we definitely do. And of course you have pushback. Children need love. We don't see color. Who cares about color? If you that's a stressful situation altogether, and they start off that way, knowing that that their parents don't love them, the ones that gave birth to them. But if someone loves them, that relieves the stress, and you can love yourself. With this program, with this scientifically backed, HIPAA compliant program, you can get on the steps to loving yourself again and feeling healthy again and feeling jubilant and full of energy and running stairs. Yes. Oh my gosh. I love it. So one more time, where can people find the program?
Energizedhealth.com. So that's energized with the D at the end, health, Or again, you could just Google John Jubilee, and that's John with an H.
Awesome. Awesome. We're going to have all that information in the description box below so that you guys can go ahead and easily find it. Go there, check it out for yourself. You know, maybe even contact John, contact his wife. You know, something's got to give, guys. You know, if we're going to do this, let's do this right. Let's do this right. Let's hydrate. Let's look amazing at 90. As if we're 60 or even 50. Child, let me tell you, maybe 40, okay? Hello? No raisins up in here, all right? We're grapes. We are grapes. We are grapes. All right, guys? Don't forget to go to energizedhealth.com. I'm going to have that information in the description box below. Guys, thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate it. This has been amazing, okay?
Well, thank you so much for having us. We love to help people, so thank you.
Thank you. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. We're going to go ahead and keep our eye on it, and we'll answer all your questions. No problem. If we don't know the answer, I'm going to just kind of like make sure you guys go to John. You guys go to John. John has all the answers for the program, and his wife, I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
Chelsea.
And Chelsea has all the answers that you're ever going to need about this program. Please don't forget to go to the website. It's in the description box below. If you want to get healthy today, you got to make the move. You got to make the leap, and you have to do something about it. Don't forget to dare to be different. Until next time, guys. Bye. Wow, that's amazing.
To be different.